Hi. So much to say. The last couple of weeks, the energy that's been flowing through me has been really intense. And I've known, and I just know, I've had source tell me that I know I need to ground. I need to ground myself. And I feel that because it's such a, but it's just, I think it's because it's so powerful and feeling of excitement and just, I haven't felt that for so long, if ever, really. Only when I used to dance, and now I get why. I'm just loving life in a way, and I'm just learning every day. Doing this mentorship, just some mentorship with Courtney and Zero. She channels source through her, and they came to her and they presented themselves as 0 point, and we had a love seat one-on-one with 0 on Friday, and the call was just insane. It went on for like 7 hours. It was just it was just amazing. Oh, and the mirroring, and so many of the questions that I wanted to ask 0 I had answered by everyone else that had gone before me in their own way. And it was just, by the time I got there was all these things I always wanted to ask, and it was just so irrelevant. I was just like, I know, I just know. My mind is clever. And I've always thought it to be a negative, but it's just trying to keep me safe. But it just wants to have proof of everything. And source, divine, you can't see that. You can't be touched. You can't see it. But you feel it. You embody it. And when you can truly embody and feel the truth, and you can feel source, and you can feel your higher self, and you can feel the truth of who you are, you can't go back. You can't go back. And so much, it's just, I just know when I have downloads and I have things come to me, I just know, I feel it so deep in me. My brain wants to try and battle, but I can see the shift I'm making, because the old patterns and the old fears and the old triggers, when I know that I'm about to do something and my brain then kicks in and says, oh, you can't do that because of this and that, trying to keep you safe for whatever reason, telling you you're not good enough, people are going to think you're crazy, I see it so easily now. And I push through it anyway, and I do it. And in those tiny little micro moves, it's just making such a difference. And I just feel so free and so grounded. I feel very grounded, especially since this call happened Friday. And Source 0 did say that that's woman, and I, so many things have been like, oh my God, I get it. Like, I heard it before and I got it, but I didn't really get it, because how I get it now is just on a whole nother level. Like how he explained, that I chose to have the trauma. I designed for me to have a frigging challenge here, to be able to get me to this place now where I am fully awakened, to be the new earth leader, to be the 5D human that I know I am. And I'm meant to be the lighthouse for people in the second wave of new earth and the 5D humans, because you know, in the midst of it, you need people that are your light. You need people guiding you through it. And like for me, I've had channelers and tarot readers and synchronicities that have happened around me constantly through my awakening. But I got to a certain point in my awakening, I know that Source brought me Courtney, and she's my mentor, and I have just, my mind is blowing constantly when I think, oh my God, it's like, this is so, it can't get any better than that. It just gets better. It just keeps getting better. It just keeps getting better. And it's just and just realizing, having such realizations, I chose that. And I think the next day, I think Saturday, I was in the garden with my boys and I was watching them play, and I was going over what Sarah had said to me, that you chose it to be that way. You know, you really gave yourself a challenge here. But I chose that. And it was just, it just dawned on me so much that I felt like what that actually meant anchored so deep inside of me. And my brain finally got it. And that for me is just incredible, because my brain just has to get it. Often I have to just let it go because it's not going to get it, but it really got it. And it was just such a micro move, but really for me it was so powerful because I got it. Like, us humans, we make all our past traumas and betrayals and experiences that we've had, we make it as if, and we define ourselves through that. Like, that's our identity, like that's what makes us us. And how insane is that, when actually, when you really fully get it, that you chose to experience everything you did for a reason, for you to be able to awaken now. Why on earth would I hold on to that, knowing that I chose it to be that way? And everyone that had experiences with me through that, the good, the bad, everything, I had soul contracts with all of them, and they had soul contracts with me. So not only they chose to have that experience with me for whatever reason their soul wanted. So when I've felt and I've spent my whole life feeling shame and guilt and everything else, that's insanity to me. Insanity. I can't even talk. It's insane to me, because we chose that. I chose that. I chose everything I've got to be here now. Like, I see that now. It's like a game. Like, I chose to be, I had to go through all that I went through and all those experiences with others and this and that, to be able to get to fully awaken now the way I designed it, so that I now can live the life of my wildest dreams. And there's going to be many that think that's crazy and you're not meant to understand it, you're not meant to get it, and that's good. It's another thing that has just been so overwhelming for me. I just don't care what people think of me anymore. I've hidden who I am for so long. I've kept it inside, and I've tried to people please, and I've tried to always fit with everyone else and try and make everyone else. And that's not on anyone else, that's me. That's what I chose. I designed myself to be. I went through that for a reason. And how I abandoned myself, like we abandon ourselves for everyone else. And how that's just not how it should be. Like, for me now, going through what I've gone through and going through chosen VIP, and oh my gosh, the realizations is just, like, why wouldn't you? Like, to me now, this me, the one who's awakened, and I'm a higher consciousness now. I can't even talk. I'm vibrating at a higher level now, I know. And the beliefs that I've held to be true up until now have just completely been obliterated, because it's just so irrelevant to the bigger scheme of things. When you know that you chose it, and everyone that you've had experiences with chose that too, it's just so freeing. And all the times that we keep going back to the past and keep letting it pull us back, oh my God, no. It's just not how it needs to be. It's not how it should be. Like, you choosing yourself and loving yourself is not wrong. It's the only way to be. And my brain and my soul, that will never change now. I know that. And that really clicked in for me the other day. The fact that humans really, Zero said, and I heard him in my voice, in my head, say, humans are so funny at how complicated they make everything. And it's so true. That we just, we're amazingly clever, but we just make it so hard for ourselves. But that's the name of the game. We chose to forget everything. We chose to forget all of it for us to experience whatever lessons that we needed to experience to be able to become and awaken, or whatever it is that your soul's journey is on. I know that I'm here, and I know that everything I've experienced, it makes so much sense to me that I am here now and I'm awakened, and I'm here to be a lighthouse for others that are curious and not understanding what's going on. And I've created a place, a channel where people can come and share their experiences and can come and watch my own testimony and my own journey, so that they can come and feel it's okay, and what they're feeling isn't, they're not crazy or they're not doing anything wrong. They are awakening. They're being activated to awaken. And to experience that, it can be really scary, but to have a place where you can come and you can share without, the fear of any of the other stuff that humans like to put on ourselves, judge and shame and everything else. Just know that you can come and just be yourself. It's just the most freeing thing. And I think another thing that I really, yesterday, I know for a while music activates me, because when I listen, especially certain music, I listen, and the vibration and the frequency and the energy, then the electricity that's pumping through me, and my chakras are all going off. It's just so amazing, and I get it now. Why the only other time I ever felt like that was when I used to dance. And yesterday I was in the kitchen and a song came on and I just started dancing. And I can't even tell you how I felt when I was dancing. It was like otherworldly. That's the only word that came to me that I can express how that felt. I was just moving my body. I was just flowing. I was just letting my body move in the way it wanted to move, and the feelings and the way my arms and hands, oh my gosh, and it was just it was just so joyful, and I just felt so at peace but powerful at the same time. And afterwards I stood there and I've never experienced something like that before. And then it dawned on me that I'm a channel. When I dance, that's why music activates me. It activates me to dance, and through dance, light language came, but whether or not, I don't know fully. But I know that when I listen to music, it activates me, and through me dancing, I channel. And that is just, it's a feeling that it just makes so much sense to me, because that was the only time when I was younger that I ever felt completely in my body. I felt completely me and free to express me in the way that I could through dance. God, how incredible is that? And I think it was Saturday, I really, I know, and I've heard, I think, yeah, I am, and I hear, you're so powerful. Saturday, really, I felt that, and I realised the power of me. And I know that I'm here to share that with others, because there's so many times that we go through the darkest times and we just lose ourselves and we just exist. And that's not why we're here, not to just exist, to go through the battles. We're going through those for a reason. We chose that, and that's really hard when you're not fully awakened to grasp. But as you awaken, it just makes so much sense. It's like coming home. When they say that, when you fully awaken, it's like coming home. It's like a piece of you that you've been searching for, that you know that has been missing all that time. And oh my God, my whole life I've been searching. And I think the biggest thing with me is I've searched that in another person. Like I've relied on another person to make me happy. And that's a big lesson I've learned so much. That if you cannot find peace and happiness within yourself, and you don't love yourself and choose yourself, how are you expected to ever really be you? How can you ever let someone else really see you and love you for who you are if you can't even see that yourself? I've just searched so long. And through that, I've been unfaithful. I've been, because I was searching and thinking it was another person. And there's a part of it that I know it's because I know the kind of love that I'm meant to experience here. And I chose to have those relationships with those people, and they were part of my awakening. They were part of lessons that I needed to have. But I never received the love back to me that I gave out. And I've always known so deep inside of me that I'm here to experience a love, a divine love that hasn't been witnessed here yet, that's so much deeper than surface level. And it's just, I've searched, I know there's been something missing, which is why I've done and made the choices I've made, and I've searched and I've longed, and I've just never felt complete or satisfied where I've been, because there was a part of me that was missing, and it was because I didn't realise that I'm a soul having a human experience. I was completely shut off to that. I was so unawakened. I was living in the 3D, 4D for so long. And it's just, to really fully awaken to that, it just makes everything make sense to me. Everything that I've experienced, everything I've done, everything I've been through, the ups, the downs, everything, all the choices I've made makes complete and utter sense to me. And when you can truly feel that, and the freedom, it's just, you can't buy that feeling. You really can't. No amount of money can buy this feeling that I'm feeling now. No amount of money would give me what I have now. And yes, I'm not saying money isn't important. Of course, money gives you freedom. It gives you opportunities. And it's not just about yourself, but to be able to give and to help others in the same way, to make change in their life and their lineage and their, for generations to come. I know that that's what I'm here for. I know I'm meant to be here to be seen. I'm meant to be heard. I'm meant to be felt. And I'm meant to be people's lighthouse through one of the most, it can be so devastating but and dark, but also the most powerful thing that you can experience as a human, to fully awaken and to find and to come home to yourself and to know that everything that you've experienced was for a reason. And it's so bigger, so much greater than just you. It is just evolution, and it, like being here, and I know what's projected onto us is so, and it's really hard for people that haven't awakened and still trapped in that 3D and all the projections that they're seeing. And I just want everyone to be free from that, because it's just programmed. We've just been programmed and installed to believe all of that is true, where it's not. It's all illusion. Fear is illusion. It's not real. We weren't born with that. We were taught it, we were installed that, which is where I've been living from my whole life. When I think about fear, I've been fearful my whole life, I remember. Well, not my whole life, up until now. I've been fearful of everything. And I can let that go, finally. And my brain has stopped overthinking the way it has. It's quietened. And yes, it still likes to, when I'm doing things that it's out of its comfort zone and it's not used to, and it's, hold on a second, that's not the normal program you're running on. What's going on here? But the more you do it and the more you push through it, it just gets easier. And it's getting easier and easier for me to trigger it, but to see it and to think, all right, and ignore it and shut it down. And the more you do it, the more you rewire and reprogram that it starts to realize that what you're doing and pushing through is actually safe. It's okay. Yeah, your human's always going to question things, because that's just how humans are, and that's okay. But it's just knowing and trusting in something, in a movement, in opportunities, just knowing and trusting how you're feeling over what your brain is telling you, because that's really important. Because the brain will question everything, whereas your intuition, it's just a knowing, it's just there, and it's a pull, and you cannot deny it. It's only when your brain kicks in that it can stop you, and that's happened to me my whole life up until now, and I've not listened to it, but I've programmed it that way. So I'm just in awe of life, and I want every other human to feel the way I'm feeling, and it's the most freeing, beautiful. I'm just in this space, in Chosen VIP especially. Oh my God, it's just the most beautiful experience I've ever experienced, being surrounded by mirrors, and we're just mirroring each other and just turning up and just being the most authentic, raw version of ourselves without fear of it. And it's so friggin' liberating. And it's just, why would anyone not want to feel that? Why would we want to live like, if you don't want to do something, don't do it. And I know people are, well, human responsibilities. Yes, I know, I get that. But if there's something that you don't want to do anymore, like I've always people pleased, and people say, can you do this, can you do that? And I've gone, okay. Whereas inside I'm thinking, oh, really? I don't do that anymore. I actually, if I don't have to do it and I don't feel pulled to do it, I'm not nasty, I'm not rude, I just, no, I'm okay, thanks. And I don't feel shame for that anymore. Whereas before, that would have played on my mind. And I thought, oh God, oh, have I upset them? And then I retract, and then I feel bad. Why the hell do we do that to ourselves? This is our life. You get one life. Why would you put other people and their feelings before your own? And I'm not talking in an egotistical way, and your children, things like that. No, I'm talking about in the greater scheme of things. Why would you choose someone else over your own happiness? Like, that's just not the way it's meant to be. It's not about being selfish and delusional and, oh, I don't give a shit about anyone and hurting people. No, it's not. That's not what I'm saying. It's just normal. It should be normal that we choose ourselves. It should be a normal way of living, that we choose ourselves, we love ourselves, and everyone else around us is doing the same. Like, why wouldn't you want that? All living our best lives, living life to the absolute fullest, doing things that we've only ever dreamt of. And you know all those passion and pulls and things, and you think, oh, I haven't got the money to do that. Like, all my life there's been so many things that I've been drawn to and pulled to and thought, oh, I love that, but reality right now, I can't do that. There's reasons for that. Your soul chose for you to have. Those are the things that you love. And when you feel that and you've got those pulls, and you don't have the money to go on these luxury holidays and have these experiences and buy whatever it is that makes you happy, a beautiful massive home, and just, whatever material, it doesn't matter. When you have that and you have those passions, that's there for a reason. It's because your soul knows that that's what you're meant to have when you're here. Like, that's the you know that to get through that first part of your life, to that point of when you're meant to awaken, that's when all these things that you've longed for and desired your whole life are meant to come in, because your soul knows that that's what you're meant to have here in the best way. And you being the best version and having all of that abundance financially and just in life itself, just loving life and just being surrounded by like-minded people, and just that will help so many others, because you will be able to help others in their goals and achievements and doing different projects together. And I'd love to do a retreat. Oh my God, for so long, I'd love to do a retreat of like-minded people where you're healing and meditation and just feeling at one with yourself and just loving yourself beyond anything you've ever felt before, and just empowering women and men and divine feminine, and just realizing what you're really here for. And when you do, the past and all the things that we've programmed to believe is true, it just dissolves, it disappears, and everything you've experienced just makes sense. And instead of holding on to it and feeling all those feelings of betrayal and guilt and things that humans feel, so irrelevant. And you just can just let it go with peace and gratitude, and just be so thankful for every one of those experiences that you've been through has got you here, has got you to fully awaken and come home to yourself. You can't buy that. You really can't. I just have so much love, and I want to give it to you all. I wish I could bottle this feeling up and give it to you all, so you could feel what I'm feeling right now, and that so many others are too. And we're all here in our own unique way to show that and to be seen and heard in our own unique way. And that's how we designed it. And when you see it like that, it doesn't have the hold on you it once did. It really doesn't. I hope you all have a really lovely Monday, although it's a bit gloomy outside. And if you do feel pulled, please, come and share you on my channel, The Higher Self Collective, because I really want it to be a safe place for people and a community of like-minded people that just, even you're just interested or intrigued, and you feel pulled in some way, you don't know why, you don't know what's going on. It's a place for you to come and just be you, without all the programming and shaming and people pleasing and things that we think we need to be for everyone else, and just be. I hope you'll have a really good day.